Welcome everyone to a casted game for Zerospace, and today spawning in the northeast corner of the map, playing in green, we got Stardust playing as the Protectorate faction, and his opponent in the southwest. Playing in burgundy, we got Fatal Exit playing as the Legion. Welcome everyone to Swamp Fever, that's the map for today, and we have two central control towers. Of course, both players are going to be looking to challenge that pretty soon. And it'd be interesting to see which heroes pop out. It's going to be the Inquisitress for the Legion. No real surprises there. She's a very strong melee hero unit for the Legion. Heading across the map, looking to get control of that control tower on the west side. Has two abilities, has a charge ability and also a cleave ability. The cleave ability does some damage, as you see just there, right ahead of her. Has like a red carpet with arrows and deals a heck of a lot of damage. And, well, looks like the Legion are going to be contested a little bit by Stardust and the Dread hero coming out for the Protectorate faction, going the west way, and does use the two cleave abilities to get rid of all those critters. Killing those critters actually gets you valuable hex sites, so the Legion will have access to all of that there just then. Well, the Dread hero is a very nice hero for the Protectorate. Has three abilities. Has a disrupting shot, which, you know, as imagined, does a shot that's very disrupting. It does a blast damage of 50, but also slows the enemy and prevents them from using weapons and abilities for 5 seconds. This hero also has Shadow Walk, which gives it a cloak, an additional 50% movement speed, and also a 50% dodge chance for 4 seconds. Also, third, but last but not least, has a Sticky Bomb. Probably my favorite ability for this hero. It's a Sticky Bomb, as you can imagine. It's a bomb that sticks to its enemies, and when it explodes, it does stun the enemy. If the enemy dies before the bomb explodes, the stun duration is reduced, and he's going to look to try and put some pressure here. Inquisitress is pretty low on health, so might need to back away there. And the Legion do use the recall ability to bring the Inquisitress back, and that does mean a couple of these critters will be taken by the Dread hero, and he should be able to get this control tower on the east side. Now, as you can see, Flux Deposit is going to be incoming in about 40 seconds, pretty much in the middle of the map, so it could be very contesting here, and to see who can get that map control. Second base expansion has already come out there for Stardust, and also a barracks to get those commandos on the field. Getting a second barracks as well. Maybe the engineer might be lining up for another third base expansion. You can see the hex site starting to build up there. Now for the Legion, staying on one base at the moment, and getting a first racks there for the thralls, and also investing in a harvester for the flux. Also getting a warehouse. I love the voice lines, I gotta say. No, just to bear in mind that this game is in alpha development. I know what you're thinking, right? How can this be alpha? This is incredibly good looking for a game that's in alpha. And I completely agree. Zerospace looking very, very good as a game at the moment. And you can support the game if you wish to. If you've watched a lot of casted games, you'll see how the quality is amazing. And well, you can support it for free just by wishlisting it on Steam. It's probably the best way you can support it. And you can also support me and my content creation for casting Zerospace games just by subscribing to the channel. Well, I mean, only if you enjoy the content. I only recommend people subscribe to channels if they actually watch the content regularly. So take a look at Zerospace, give it a chance, because I think it's going to be great for the RTS genre of gaming. Oh, look at this, going to be disrupting those two harvesters, and might take them out. Whoa, Fatal Exit is not reacting here. It's got to do something about it. In fact, he's going to be greedy and try and save them. But I don't think the Inquisitress is going to get there in time. Should lose one. He could have pulled them back, but decided against it. He wants that flux. He wants it in now. The good thing is that the harvesters, if they do get taken out, they can regenerate, of course. And uses the cloaking ability to get out of there. The Dread hero backs away, does the damage, and then moves away. Contesting that control tower now on the west side, and Fatal Exit and the Legion do have the east side tower. Coming out with a couple of the Chakru crabs. We'll be tanking. We'll be losing the harvester in the end there. And well, Fatal Exit will be cut off for flux for now. At least the rich deposits anyway. Loses a thrall on the retreat. Great game so far. As you can see, it's very action-packed right from the get-go. It's one of the things I love about Zerospace. Heading in with a couple more of these commandos. And there is. There's going to be a third base expansion here for the Protectorate. You see the engineer just lining up for that. Looking to deny the eastern tower. And is also on the rich flux deposits there. Something that Fatal Exit will need to try and wait for before the harvesters pop out. There they are. They're coming back out again. It's going for the standard flux, which is understandable. It's nice and safe and secure. Ooh, might start to clash horns there. The Inquisitor's heading forward. The Chakra crabs are going to tank this a little bit. But speaking of tank, there's the Terror tank. And well, the Inquisitor does get sniped there in the end. This is a good engagement for the Protectorate. Although that tank is a bit of a problem. The Chakra crab gets blasted aside. And the second too. All that leaves remaining is the commandos. He needs to back away with the Dread hero. Two thralls going to chase. A nice engagement there for both players, I've got to say. And there is now a healing obelisk coming out. Now the Legion, they have 3 obelisks they can use as a top bar ability. This is the healing obelisk, which, you know, as you can imagine, heals up its units. Also has a guardian obelisk, which is a permanent defensive obelisk. Also has a phasing obelisk, which can really turn the tide of a battle. where nearby enemies take 20% more damage and their movement speed is reduced by 30%. And look at the commander on the east side, looking to decap this control tower, and that will give the Legion 2 control towers, although having said that, Stardust moving to the west way. Now this is important because the control towers, they gather you valuable XP to be then able to select your talents, and you can see the Legion already gone for value and death, where the thralls heal nearby heroes, or they can increase the attack speed of heroes and the vehicles by 15% for 10 seconds. Stardust with the protectorate going for the improved beam up, which will reduce the beam up delay by 50% and also increases the healed amount by 100%. Harvester there backing away from the rich deposits of flux because of those thralls and the tank. Avengers are on the field. Now can I just say, whoever designed the unit, the Avenger, at least the voice line, is absolutely great. It's Scottish.
Loaded and fueled, sir. Rolling thunder here.
I do love the Scottish, so there we are. Going to be decapping that west side control tower. You can see the importance of the mid-map objectives, and again, one of the things I love about Zerospace, forces the players to be aggressive rather than just turtling up. And well, there is a third base there, as we can see, that has been built. Supply turrets coming in as well, the turret as well, so just in case he gets pushed. Double factory coming out with the Atlas in production. And it's going to be looking scary for sure. It does have a research lab, so it's expecting to see some upgrades, but we'll talk about that later, because take a look at this Legion really fighting on the front lines. Inquisitress trying to melee damage that Avenger, and that healing tower getting good value. The Inquisitress goes down, and well, the tank actually has a shield turret there helping out these thralls in front. That's going to be a really good push there for the Legion. Thralls are starting to overrun a little bit. Pretty scary, I gotta say. In any case, let's take a look at the upgrades there. Commando doesn't have any from the research lab just yet. And it looks like shredding bolt has come in there. Avenger's cannon will periodically shoot a projectile, causing enemies to take 30% damage for 8 seconds. Up to 60% more damage, and it combines with the piercing bolt. The Legion looking to take that control tower on the east side, and well, with the third base expansion, the Protector having to be a bit more conservative, obviously was a bit more expansive with the economy. It will translate into military later on in the game, but it has about a 5-10 minute window where he has to make sure he's safe. Moving out on the west side control tower, and I like this because sometimes you've got to put a bit of pressure to be defensive in a way, just keep your opponent's enemy away from your base. And Fatal Exit is building up that army there. There's a second terror attack, and this could be dangerous for the Protector. He's got to find a way to deal with this. Maybe air, maybe gunships could be a play. He went for some Atlases a bit, I believe, earlier on. He takes engagement. There's quite a few of those Avengers there now, 4 of them. You take a look at that. There's a phasing obelisk for the Legion, and that's going to be a problem. Sticky Bomb comes out on the tank, and well, that tank will be stunned in just a second, but it's still moving further forward. There comes the Atlas, but the Atlas will shred some of those Legion thralls. Has to back away though, because the terror tank doing all sorts of damage. Does reclaim or recall that Atlas to keep it safe and secure back home, and well, this is a defensive play here for Stardust. He has to back away, and well, he does have a good economy with the Hexite, 900 Hexite coming in per minute, but there's a window of opportunity here for Fatal Exit to do some fatal damage. Comes in with the reinforcements with a Juggernaught. Annihilation ready, as he says. And gone for a 4th base as well, so that eco going to be rocking rolling now. He's going to need to make that count and survive this next push if he can. But with 2 tanks, with the turrets on top, this could be dangerous. Cleave ability comes out for the Inquisitors, trying to get on top of the Juggernaught. Will snipe the Juggernaught. That's a massive kill off there by the Legion. And despite that 4 core bases, well, the Protector are under a lot of fire. The Atlas going to try and snap out the Inquisitors as possible, but the Inquisitors super tanky against it, and does have a striker that does die. The Protectorate under all sorts of pressure. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Stardust taps out, and well, the Legion, they triumph on Swamp Fever, takes the game. And well, hope you guys enjoyed the cast of the game, and if you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel for all things Zerospace.